And that's how we wrap up for viewers on KTN Home. Feel free to switch over to KTN News as we're set to bring you on an informative feature touching on the school feeding program right here in the country. Okay, to that feature now, where every morning parents and caregivers around the world ensure their children have breakfast before heading off to school, an important meal to start off the day. However, in Marsabit County in the north of Kenya, the situation is different. Many parents can only afford one meal a day. For ages, a school meal program under the aegis of the Kenyan government has become a lifeline for these families, offering not just hope, but also security. The feeding program targets arid, semi-arid areas and urban slums. Debate that the feeding program would be scrapped in the next financial year sent everyone in panic. There is, however, a sigh of relief after the government rescinded on the move, sending hope to families. And as KTN special features reporter Agutu Rosa found out, the initiative has also reduced early marriages and youth involvement in banditry. We leave you with this informative feature. My name is Jesse Rogers. Enjoy.
It's 9 a.m. at Garasa Primary and Junior Secondary School in Marsabit County. These pupils are queuing for a cup of porridge. For some, this is the first meal of the day, while for others, the first in 24 hours. The last time they had a meal was the previous day. Most of these children come from poor families. Some have covered more than 5 kilometers to be here, and most of the time on an empty stomach. They rely on the porridge served at 9 a.m. every morning and the rice and beans served at lunch hour to keep them going. If they miss it, they'll stay hungry until the next day. And so for them, this nourishment makes the long journey to school worth their while. For many here, it's a balancing affair. Once they fill their tummies, they save a portion of their meals to take home to their families. They know too well that their younger siblings and parents might be going hungry. In the queue, we spot 2 young girls, tears in their eyes, fearing that the porridge might run out. An older student tells us, wanaogopa uji itawaishia, meaning they're scared there'll be no porridge left for them. The reality of how childhood looks like in this part of the world. Today, they are lucky there is enough porridge for everyone. And after the meals, we can see beaming faces of relief. Here, it is living a day at a time. The head teacher of Garasa Primary and Junior Secondary School, Daniel Arrero, says the school meal program has hugely contributed to 99% of the school attendance. Without the meals, the attendance drops by 20%.
Some of these learners have got only one meal at home. They can only afford one meal. Others, they are orphans. Walikuwa na vita hapo wakati moja kitambo. Wengine wanategemea mifugo wakati Julai they were carried away. So they have nothing. So wengine wao 50% wanategemea chakula cha shule mchana. They go home, jioni hakuna kitu, asubuhi wengine wanakuja wanazirai shuleni hapa. Wakati ule uji haikuwa, they are fainting in the school here. But now because kuna porridge tukiwa hivi by 9:30 tunawapatia.
Arrero says the porridge is served at different intervals. Then lunch is for the whole school. But their vision is to have porridge for all students.
Usually, we serve them porridge, ECD, PP1, PP2, grade 1, 2, 3. We serve them at different intervals, short break. 9:30 to 9:50 for ECD. Then long break from 11 to 11:30 we serve grade 1, 2, 3. And then lunchtime, because of junior, the lessons end at 12:50. We start serving grade 1 ECD 1, 2, 3 at 12:40. So the process continues that way. By the time juniors are out, almost half of the classes are fed. So by around 1:30, we are done with the feeding in the school.
Children sometimes hide food to take home, knowing their families struggle to afford even one meal a day.
Some of the parents they have nothing. So some of the kids here, we give them one big cup. So they eat a half of the cup, they take it to their parents, just to assist so that they don't die at home. It's a pity, but we don't allow them to carry, but they hide and take this food home sometimes.
Arero says over the years, enrollment has gone up from 300 pupils to 692 pupils. There are 152 ECD pupils and 542 primary and junior secondary school pupils. After Garasa, we visited 4 other schools: Al Hidayah Muslim Primary School, Kwandege Primary School, SKM Primary School, and Hula Hula Primary School. In all those schools, the school attendance increases tremendously when the pupils are sure they will get meals. Some of the students at Hula Hula Primary School express their gratitude to the program.
The school feeding program helped us very well. Some of our parents are poor; they have no money to buy us food. We thank you for giving us the feeding program. We thank you very much. Thank you.
When we close school, we don't have food to eat. We only have food for supper. In lunch, we always drink porridge.
Hata wamama kwa nyumbani waweze kuwa na imani, kwa sababu hata kwa nyumbani wengine wanaenda kuuza kuni, kwa sababu hata wanakuwa na stress wa mama wengine, kwa sababu hawana chakula. Sasa kama hakuna chakula kwa shule, wanaweza kupata stress kwa sababu hawana chakula kwa nyumbani.
Abdi Alkano, a parent at Kiwanjandege Primary School, says he was scared when he heard that the program might be discontinued. We find Alkano slashing the compound at Kiwanjandege Primary, where he's a casual laborer. He spares a moment to speak to us.
Mimi nafanya kazi ya vibarua. Kazi yangu ni vibarua. Nikipata leo, kesho sipati. Naomba serikali kwa hisani isikate hiyo school feeding program. Ni muhimu sana kwetu, tunaishi na hiyo. Sababu watoto wakitoka asubuhi, hakuna kitu kingine wanategemea. Mimi nikikosa kibarua leo ni hivyo. Hiyo school feeding program ikiondolewa, watoto wataacha shule kwa wingi, kwa sababu wengi wanaweza hata toka nje wae chokora. Ndio hiyo wanategemea. Wazazi hawana hiyo uwezo, wanategemea hiyo chakula. Na hiyo chakula ni muhimu kwao. Wazazi wengi ukiangalia hawana uwezo area hii. Mapato yao ni ndogo. Wanategemea school feeding program.
Later, we go to another home near the school where we meet Amina Malicha, also known as Mama Abdi. The mother of 2, whose firstborn Abdi is in PP1, attributes the situation partly due to the changing climate conditions.
Sina kazi. Wanangu tu ana nini, akona kazi tu ya mira kuuza tu mira kupeleka town. Food program iko muhimu sana. Unajua kwa Marsabit kuna kwanga na ukame. Wengi wakunywangi chai asubuhi, wakunywa uji, wakunywa chai, wakule chakula. Wakati wanafika kwa shule, unajua ukikuwa na uji wanakunywa hiyo uji. Lunch ikifika wanakula tu, wakirudi nyumbani walala hivyo. Ni muhimu sana. Hata sisi kama wazazi ni muhimu. Ukikuwa unaenda pahali mtoto wako anakula, ukirudi nyumbani uko sawa, unampikia tu baada ile uko nao. Nikikosa mtoto wangu akikula huko si niko sawa nalala.
The Marsabit County Woman Rep Naomi Jilowako.
During the drought, all the pastoralists lost 80% of their animals. That has increased the poverty level, and parents cannot afford to put a meal on the table And because most of them, they don't even have the table, at least to have a plate of food. But through this school feeding program, at least our children have remained in school. And as a result of that, their education, they have improved in school performance. Their health has also improved.
Thanks NECONEC, the National Council for Nomadic Education in Kenya, for making sure pastoralist children stay in school because of the meal program. Marsabit Acting County Commissioner David Saruni says the meal program has reduced insecurity in the county.
This feeding program is part of a very important program that in the long run will be the spring or the source of peace for Marsabit, because we've been grappling all through with insecurity issues caused by cattle rustling. And mostly when you find the kids who are not in school, these are the kids who are engaged in cattle rustling. And I'm sure what is going to keep this food is going to keep these kids in school. And once they are in school, they'll get alternative sources of income.
According to Joseph Olemaki, the County Director of Education in Marsabit, the meal program has improved the lives of students.
We started the enrollment drive, and we have seen the food. When you bring children to school and they get food, actually we retain them in school and remain in school, and they're in school up to now. And I think this is a great thing. Once they come to school and they have food, they even tell the rest to come to school because there is food and learning continues.
James Guyo, the chairman of the Kenya Primary School Head Teachers Association in Marsabit County, echoes the importance of the program.
When there's no this meal program, there's a lot of absenteeism. Secondly, some of these children, they come from far area, 15 kilometers, 10 kilometers away from my school. So if there's no this meal program, wanafunzi wengi watakuja wakiwa wanalete shuleni. It promotes that quality learning in my school. The syllabus is well covered at my school or in our school. And then the other thing is mambo ya afya. You see, this food, there's beans, maize, vegetable oils. It's a complete balanced diet.
Since in its inception, it has a great positive impact on our learners. It boosted the attendance, enrollment, performance, and also concentration of the learners in the class. These kids, some of them, they are coming from a very poor background. And also this, a cup of porridge at 10 and a plate at lunchtime, it means a lot to them. Because some of them, they don't have any food at home. Maybe that is their only meal.
The program was started in 1980 by President Daniel Moi. Their objective was providing midday meals to children in public primary schools, especially those in arid, semi-arid areas and urban slums. So far, 2.6 million learners have benefited from the program since inception. According to the National Council for Nomadic Education in Kenya, NACONEC, they target all public schools in arid lands, selected schools in semi-arid areas, urban informal settlements, pocket of poverty, SNE schools, and refugee camp-based schools. Their objective is to increase enrollment, stabilize pupil attendance and concentration, improve gender parity, and improve transition. The school program achievements are 2.6 million learners have been reached, capacity building of SMP's staff and head teachers and board of managers, signed up member of the Global School Meals, and also in the 2024-2025 budget, the program was allocated 3 billion Kenya shillings. Agutu Rosa, KTN News.